What's gaming players? It's your boy, Disby Sharpman, back out here with another episode of this Madden NFL 19 franchise mode. And yo, we're about to end week 13 with this matchup right here. We have the 9-1-1 San Francisco 49ers and the 8-3 Seattle Seahawks. These two teams will meet again in week 15 in San Francisco. So the division right now for San Francisco, I'm gonna show you the standings for that. The NFC West is a tight one. And as you see, San Francisco is on a 4-game win streak. Seattle is on a 1-game losing streak, because they lost to Carolina. If you did not see their matchup with the Panthers, make sure to go check that one out. They lost 35-3 against the Panthers. Now, this will determine if the Rams could take the first seed in the NFC West. Because right now in the NFC, the Falcons are leading the division. They are on a 9-game win streak. Because in week 14, the Falcons will put their 9-win streak on the line against the 10-2 Green Bay Packers. So, let's go ahead and get underway. This is Sunday Night Football from Seattle. Let's go. Yo, so Seattle, they're ready to step out on the field. They're set to face Jordan Sharp and the 49ers on Sunday Night Football.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, the newly minted $137 million man, Jimmy Garoppolo, and the San Francisco 49ers take on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Alright, so it looks like the Seahawks are going to get the football first. So Cameron Baker and the guys are going to come on the field first. So Robbie Gould will kick it off, and Week 13 continues.
In Week 13, this will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks.
Here comes Russell Wilson leading the Seahawks onto the field.
5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, That's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
1st and 10, Wilson. He'll find McKissick right in the middle. And he gets it down to the 43-yard line.
An excellent way to start the drive there.
18 yards, and that will be a Seattle first down. Seattle really wants to get their revenge from last week's loss.
This week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play
1st and 10, Wilson. He throws, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall.
A gain of
32 yards and another Seattle first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Now Seattle getting better in the passing game, because last week against Carolina's defense, they were stopping them.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Wilson. And he'll find Tyler Lockett. 2 yards on the play, and now it's 2nd down. As we take a look at the Seattle offense.
And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
And wide receiver Tyler Lockett continues to improve as a route runner and a playmaker downfield. But let's not forget, his main use, kick returner. Knows how to break open a game in that area as well.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8, here's McKissick. He'll get about 7 on the run. Now it's 3rd down.
That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd and 1,
Wilson. And he finds Tyler Lockett. And he's in for the touchdown.
Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take
that is touchdown number 5 for Tyler Lockett on the season.
Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT.
Janikowski for the PAT. And it's good. And Seattle leads 7-0.
Now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Janikowski will kick it away for Seattle. Here's the return from the end zone. And he'll take it down to the 23-yard line, 2 yards shy of the 25. Here comes Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23.
1st and 10. Here's Jordan Sharp. And he's still on his feet. And he's still on his feet down to the 40. And he is loose. And he takes it all the way for the touchdown. His 15th touchdown.
And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
77 yards. His 15th touchdown on the season.
Right, they saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
So a one-play drive, 77 yards, and the Niners get the touchdown. And Robbie Gold puts in the PAT, and we are tied up at 7.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Robbie Gold will kick it away.
Right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And this one will not be returned. He will take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
And it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be
Russell Wilson and the Seahawks taking over at the 25, 1st and 10.
They really look clear.
And that was amazing.
They're going to give it to McKissick.
No adjustments and no big plays by the defense.
And he'll get about 4 yards on that one. Now it's 2nd down. Here's the San Francisco defense.
And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
And when you make an investment in a position, defensive line is a great place to do it, and the 49ers have done exactly that. Solomon Thomas, 2017 draft. Eric Armstead, 2015. DeForest Buckner, 2016.
And if you did not know, the Jets did defeat the Titans, so the Jets are still undefeated in the AFC. First and 10 after the 4-yard rush. McKissick again. And he will lose yardage back to the 28.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before
the tackle made by number 99 for the 49ers, Buckner.
Before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over.
After that 1-yard loss, now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down,
Wilson. And he'll find Brandon Marshall.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
5 yards and now it's 4th down.
Watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are.
Ed Dixon looks like he's going to punt it. Oh no, it's a fake. It's a fake punt. And the Seahawks convert on 4th.
But the fake punt works and gets him a 1st down. So
they hit him with the fake.
What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect.
They hit the 49ers with the fake punt.
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection.
They thought they was actually gonna punt, but Seattle knew that they only could get 2 yards, so why not?
But oftentimes, just they use a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
And he'll find Ed Dixon.
And
he gets it down to the 45-yard line.
A good pickup there.
8 yards, and now it's 2nd and 2. And that will lead us to the end of the first quarter here on Sunday Night Football. 7-7 the score. Back to Seattle after this.
And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Back here in Seattle, 7-7 is the score. Seattle with the ball right now. Second and 2, Wilson. He will throw deep, and it's caught to Tyler Lockett. And he gets it down deep into Niner territory. Down to the 13.
3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your
Richard Sherman is not playing good defense back there. Because he almost getting burnt every single play.
How about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Wilson. And he finds his fullback, Cameron Baker, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Seattle. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks.
That is his 2nd touchdown on the year. And Seattle takes the lead here in the 2nd quarter.
Remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running.
Oh man, they knocked out the camera that time.
Janikowski on for the
Janikowski for the PAT. And it's up and good.
Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
So Janikowski's going to kick it away.
To kick is Janikowski.
So this one will not be returned. It will hit in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
And coming off that one-play drive the 49ers had, it was just a run play all the way to the house for 6.
That's just not being prepared. So now
here's Jordan Sharp on 1st down. He'll get about 3, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7. Here's Jordan Sharp.
And they're able to get this one across.
And he gets 10 or 11 yards in the Niners' first.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second,
Jordan Sharp is actually helping San Francisco win games. They only lost one game, and that was just to Kansas City. They could not win it in. They cannot win it in the clutch. So yeah. So the Niners only have 1 loss on the column and 1 tie, which was to the Rams. Here's Jordan Sharp on 1st down. And he gets it down past the 50 to the 47.
Nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now a play fake.
Garoppolo trying to find somebody, and he's just gonna throw this one out of bounds.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of plays.
He had no choice but to,
You and I often talk about an offense's ability
because he wasn't just gonna waste time and just hold the ball in his hands. They gave it to Jordan Sharp, and I believe he got a yard, which is third down, and the 2-minute warning. 14-7 Seattle.
Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
And guys, when we get set to go to halftime, if you did not know, the Jets did beat the Titans, and the Jets are the #1 seed in the AFC playoff picture. It shows you right down there on the bottom of the screen. You can pause the video if you want to look at the score. Garoppolo on first down, and he's gonna run. And he will slide to avoid the hit.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example.
Garoppolo had no choice but to run. Nobody was open.
How to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So Garoppolo on first down, and the blitz came to him, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner with the sack.
Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for
Second
everyone.
and 16.
The linebacker slipped free.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He gets about 9 on that one. Gain of 11. And that was third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up.
Here's Jordan Sharp on the run on third down. And I think he was short of the marker. And he was. So what will the Niners do? What will the Niners do? It looks like they're going to go for it. It looks like they're going to try to go for it. They're going to give it to Jordan Sharp, and he's not going to get there.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later
So Seattle will take over.
Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it. And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down.
Here's McKissick. Oh, man, he got popped.
Even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
It should be the last play of the first half.
Final play of the half, it's
Wilson. And he finds Tyler Lockett. And that's going to do it for the first half. Seahawks 14 and the Niners 7. Back to Seattle after the halftime report.
Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Mitchell Trubisky, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 31-10 was the final score. And finally, Monday Night Football heads to Seattle with the Vikings trying to break a 4-game losing streak to the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
So welcome back to Seattle. San Francisco is going to get the ball first.
We resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone.
And this one will not be returned. He'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At the 25. Here comes the 49ers offense.
Here comes San Francisco.
First to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Garoppolo, play action.
And then we'll take it from there.
And it looks like he's going to run.
And
he gets it down to the 38-yard line with a gain of about 13.
To drive 13 yards, picking up the first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
San Francisco better not spoil it here because they've been dominating the run game. And they give it back to them. And Seattle's now starting to stop the run game.
Times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Jordan Sharp again. And he is just about short to the marker.
9 yards, sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Garoppolo, and he finds Selleck. And he will get the first down to the 42 in enemy territory. 11 yards and the Niners first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
Garoppolo's not up. He's only 1 for 2 on passing today.
Looking to throw,
Garoppolo. He still can't find nobody. Oh, he throws it. And it's incomplete.
And it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that will be 2nd down after that incompletion.
The offense or the defense. Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's
Garoppolo. And he finds Marquise Goodwin.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard
20 yard there.
The 20. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Garoppolo.
Flush to his right.
And he's going to sling this one away, and it's incomplete.
Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Garoppolo only taking one sack tonight. He only took one sack. Give it to Jordan Sharp. And he gets it down to the 9, past the 10.
Pick up a 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first down.
1st and goal. Oh, and he lost the yardage back to the 12.
But this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts for his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him.
Jordan Sharp to run it again. And he is just quite short. He got 11 yards. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
They give it to the fullback, and he's not going to get there.
Forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now.
Can Seattle hold him out? It's 4th and goal. They give it to the fullback again. And he's not going to get there.
They tackle him at the 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Good to see this.
Here's Carson.
Here's Chris Carson. And he's able to get
And he's down right at the 12-yard line, which brings us to the end of the 3rd.
That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
The Niners' NFC West lead is intact.
Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
14-7 Seattle.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Back here in Seattle, 14-7. The Niners' NFC West lead is intact. Because if they do not win this game, the Rams might get over them. Because the Rams got a victory over the Lions.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, and he fumbled the football. Recovered by San Francisco.
But small consolation there following the turnover.
So the Niners still have a chance to get into the end zone. But what are they going to do, though? Are they going to pass it, or are they going to run it in?
Not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Oh, the blitz was coming at Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Bobby Wagner with his 2nd sack of the night.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator.
2nd and goal.
He'll get it up the middle.
And he gets it down to the 2-yard line. Now it's 3rd and goal. San Francisco is doing whatever they can to get into the end zone.
He got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not
Garoppolo, and is batted down.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely...
I don't know what the Niners are doing.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make
I don't know what the Niners are doing.
Third down, you got to try and find something.
Fourth down, Garoppolo. He breaks 2 tackles.
Being chased out left.
And he's taken down.
Just outside of the 5, right around the
He should have thrown the ball and they would have had the touchdown.
And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So the
Unbelievable. Jimmy G held onto the football. He should have thrown it. That would have been a touchdown.
And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts.
Here's Wilson.
The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them
He
get a
throws.
first down.
And it's caught to Tyler Lockett.
And getting try to shut him down. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they still got an opportunity.
They got 29 yards that time.
Wow.
Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to...
It looks like Seattle might keep their lead.
I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
Wilson, he throws it deep, and it's caught.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
San Francisco is about to lose the game.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there.
I don't know if they're going to blame Jimmy Garoppolo for it they lose, but they might. They might blame Garoppolo.
A little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Wilson, and he finds Baldwin.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
San Francisco's defense is not stopping them. 2 minutes left to go. We'll see what will happen after this.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The Rams really want the 49ers to lose so they can take the #1 spot in the NFC West.
Oh, Wilson gonna throw.
Wilson throws, and it's caught to Baldwin.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
The Niners defense is not stopping the Seahawks offense.
Wilson to throw.
And Wilson gets taken down.
What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That is sack number 11 for him. Wilson breaking the tackle and fires. And it's picked off.
It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it.
Reuben Foster with the pick.
23-yard line.
So the Niners still have a chance.
He's moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage.
They still have a
Instead, he
chance.
shifted the coverage.
So Jimmy G looking to be the hero.
He's back to throw.
He finds his running back over the middle.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Nice
Jimmy G and the guys are trying to go fast. They're trying to go fast. Garoppolo, he finds his running back again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The Niners are trying to go fast. They know they got 3 timeouts with the football. They're making sure that they can go fast. Garoppolo, he finds his running back. And now they're going to call a timeout. I really don't know what the 49ers are thinking. I really don't know what the 49ers are trying to do. We gonna see though. We gonna see what they're trying to do. 1st and 10.
A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
In the clutch time, they give it to the running back. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another.
Powers through again.
And he gets out of bounds at the 6. So they still got some time left. They got 20 seconds. They got 20 seconds. San Francisco's NFC West lead is intact. Here's Jordan Sharp, and he is short of the marker. So the Niners are gonna call a timeout with 13 seconds left. I have never seen this happen. All the Niners need to do is get into the end zone.
Alongside Charles Davis, so the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on.
Here's the run. And he gets in for the touchdown.
And now they can tie the game in the final
Now, what the Niners are trying to think of what they're trying to do. Either they can go for overtime, or can they go for the win?
Going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So
now the Niners are gonna go for the extra point. They're gonna go for overtime. And Robbie Gould puts it in. So it's 14-14. So we're most definitely going to head to overtime.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
He's going to take it from the end zone.
Gets around him.
And he gets down right at the 19. First and 10, here's McKissick. And he gets down to the 29, and we will head to overtime. Seattle 14 and the Niners 14.
Wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
Back here in Seattle, it is time to start overtime.
Here, overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So Robbie Gould to kick it away, and Seattle will get the ball first.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range.
He throws, and it's picked off.
Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8
Oh my
line.
gosh, on the first play. On the first play.
And you know what they
That is a critical mistake. Now San Francisco has a chance to get it done.
Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Garoppolo.
Staying on his feet.
And he's going to throw this one away and incomplete.
Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong.
Second and goal. Here's Jordan Sharp. And he gets in for the touchdown. And the Niners win the game.
Silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
The San Francisco 49ers win.
Game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you.
Their NFC West lead remains intact.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was
Wow.
that type of a game where we got us to overtime.
What a
And we get
game.
the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for San Francisco, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles...
Wow, bruh. I can't believe what I just witnessed. The San Francisco 49ers get the overtime victory for the second time in one season. And they move to 10-1-1 on the year. And they will head home to take on the Denver Broncos, while Seattle takes on Minnesota at home. And that should just about do it for week 13. And yo, week 14 is going to be very, very different. Because the Jets are now leading the AFC. As soon as we simulate it, we're going to take a look at everybody's standings for right now.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Alright, so let's take a look. So as you see, the Jets are now leading the AFC after they defeated the Tennessee Titans in the last episode. So the Titans will be number 2, heading against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Chiefs are hoping that the Titans lose another game so they can be number 2 in the AFC. That would be a shocker. If a team who is undefeated goes down to a wild card spot, that might not be good. And in the NFC, the Niners did keep their second spot in the NFC, and they keep their lead in the NFC West. So the Rams are going to have to wait for another week to try to make sure that the Niners lose. Because in this episode, it did not happen. So I'm going to show you the matchups for week 14. So we kick things off with the Baltimore Ravens, who lost in a blowout to the Falcons. They take on the 10-2 Kansas City Chiefs. Then we head over to Cleveland, Ohio, with the Browns, who got a victory over the Texans. They go head to head with the Carolina Panthers. Then we head over to the big one, the Atlanta Falcons, who got a blowout victory over Baltimore. They hit the road to Lambeau to take on Aaron Rodgers, Josh Williams-King, and the Green Bay Packers. And that should just about do it for week 14. So we only got 3 matchups. And then we'll head to week 15, which is the Chargers in Kansas City, the Thursday night game. The Texans and Jets from MetLife Stadium in the Saturday night game. Then we have the Seahawks and the Niners, their rematch from this episode. Then we have the Eagles and Rams for Sunday Night Football. Then the Saints and Panthers for Monday Night Football in week 15. So Falcons fans, y'all better be set for the third episode in week 14, because y'all take on the 10-2 Green Bay Packers. But we gotta be focused on everybody else though. So Desmond Adrian and the Kansas City Chiefs take on Wesley Wilkins and the Baltimore Ravens. If you are ready for that episode, hit that like button. Make it splash on that like button.